Hey guys, how are you doing? I hope everyone's doing well. Today is a very warm day in Lucknow, but what's to be said? Hopefully, in the next 3 days, it is also rain is expected. Also, interestingly, last 3 4 days, COVID numbers have gone up, and therefore, there is a mask mandate in Lucknow today. So, we have to now start wearing a mask every single day. What's to be said? Anyway, all that aside, let's get started with our announcements. अपनी life तो चलती रहेगी, देखते हैं क्या है. So Unacademy Champions League is here, guys. This is the 2002 version of the Champions League where you stand a chance to win 100% scholarship and amazing prizes. There'll be a 4-day workshop starting April 20th onwards, and then there will be a test on 24th of April at 12:30 p.m. So it's 120-minute test. There'll be 66 questions. You may win a MacBook Air, an iPhone XR, or Apple AirPods. So there's amazing things going on, guys. Do try and get your version of the prize also. All right, here's the Aspire batch for CAT 2022 starting tomorrow. That's 20th of April. Suneet Kumbhat, Amit Surana, Sagar Thakkar, myself, Ritu ma'am, and Shabana ma'am, all of us are going to be participating in this. My batch, as you already know, starts at 4 p.m. Monday to Saturday, 4 to 5. We are doing critical reasoning. So do make sure you're joining in for this. It's going to be a very exciting batch. Lots of good things happening. Unacademy Ask a Doubt is now available on the website, guys, as well as on the app. So all you have to do is now just go onto the app or website, click a photo of your question, upload it, crop it, and then get started. You can ask up to 3 doubts at a go. Also, you can get solutions in your preferred language and request a review also for your solution. All you've got to do is simply click, crop, and submit, and that's it. The Plus subscription for MBA aspirants is back, guys. We've got lots of EMIs ongoing for you. For a 12-month course, it's only costing you 2,067 per month. 24-month course is costing you only 1,500 per month if you are taking the EMI. So yes, do proceed to pay. Also, yes, if you use AbhiCat Live, then you'll get a 10% off on top of all of this also. So there's huge offs going on. Iconic subscription is also available, guys. The Iconic subscription has all the benefits of Plus. On top of it, you get one-to-one live doubt solving, one-to-one live concept discussion, and one-to-one live mentorship by top B school graduates also. All you have to do is book your slots at a convenient time. You can book a slot up to the next 7 days and choose a language of the slot also. So there's amazing things going on. You just take advantage of all of that. All right, so those were all our announcements for the day. Whoa. Let's get started with our article for the day also. Like I said, Hindu. So remember to use AbhiCat Live to get all your discounts, guys. There are amazing offers going on. Remember to connect with me on Telegram. Find me by AbhiCat. That's my short handle on Telegram, AbhiCat. Okay, let's take a look at our words for the day. Reeling under. Reeling means falling under or being so pressurized that you're absolutely dropping. So that's reeling under. We are reeling under the pressure, or we are reeling under the high prices. That's what we will say. Or the summer is so strong right now, everybody is reeling. चक्कर आ रहे हैं, एकदम गिरे जा रहे हैं. That's what you mean to say. So yes, reeling under great pressure. Bailout, of course, means rescue. Bailout means to be saved from your troubles. That's bailout. A lot of countries are looking for a bailout option right now. Devastated, of course, is destroyed, shattered, shocked, in a very bad situation. Last resort is, of course, the last solution, the last ditch effort that you are making. So that is our last resort. Shepherded by means forcefully made to do something. So that's see, a shepherd is what? A shepherd is someone who takes the sheep, guides it. The sheep doesn't have a lot of brains. So the shepherd's job is to take the sheep from one place to another, right? So when you're being shepherded, you're being guided by someone who's much more wise, hopefully, and is able to take you from place to place. Absolve, of course, means forgive. So if you are absolved of all your crimes, you've been forgiven. Mooted, of course, suggested. So somebody has mooted a new idea, has brought in a new idea, has suggested a new idea. I said, why don't we do this? That's mooted or suggested. Insipid, of course, means very weak, very tasteless. So the dal today was insipid. The latest movie release was very insipid. So that's how you use all of these words, guys. Very quickly, reeling under, bailout, devastated, last resort, shepherded by, absolved, mooted, and insipid. ये रहे हमारे आज के वर्ड्स. आर्टिकल पे चलते हैं. अच्छा सा आर्टिकल है. नो इजी वे आउट ऑन द राजपाक्सास. श्रीलंका इज आवर नियरेस्ट, वन ऑफ आवर नियरेस्ट नेबर्स. अक्रॉस द सी नियरेस्ट नेबर वही है. So let's talk a little bit about it. Everybody has been worrying, wondering what is happening in Sri Lanka. They're undergoing a tremendous economic crisis. What affects them also affects us. So let us find out. Sri Lanka reeling under unrest over the severe economic crisis. So there is an unrest. People are unhappy. They're rebelling. Why? Because of the economic crisis. Did the inevitable. So what had to be done? By approaching the International Monetary Fund for a bailout program. So they have asked IMF for rescue. All eyes are now on the Sri Lanka IMF meet in Washington DC this week. All eyes means everybody's attention. All eyes means full attention. Everyone is paying attention to what will happen to this meet that Sri Lanka is having with IMF next week or this week. According to Finance Minister Ali Sabri, Sri Lanka requires $3 billion in 6 months to restore supplies of essential items. सिर्फ essential items की supply के लिए उन्हें $3 billion चाहिए हैं. The island nation has also been talking to other countries. They've been talking to other countries. In mid-March, India signed a $1 billion bilateral credit facility pact, under which 16,000 tons of rice have already been. So we have signed a pact where we are sending $1 billion worth of bilateral trade happenings. So we've sent 16,000 tons of rice has already been supplied. So we've already done it. The steps being taken by the Central Bank of Sri Lanka, CBSL, are all aimed at stabilizing the devastated economy. The economy is in a very bad shape and they're just trying to stabilize it. सबसे important इस समय पे वही है कि economy को stabilize कैसे करें, and that's what they're trying to do. That's what the Central Bank of Sri Lanka is trying to do. On April 12, the central bank took a hard last resort decision of going in for a preemptive default on all its foreign debt of $51 billion. A preemptive default, that means they said that we will not be able to pay off any loans anytime soon. So whatever foreign loans they have taken, they are defaulting on all of those loans because they just don't have the money. So April 12th, they took this last resort. Like I told you, it's the last ditch effort. They said we can't service these loans. Sorry, we will not be able to do it. So that. It also affected a 7 percentage point hike in interest rates. So they they've increased the interest rate by 7 percentage points. Though the present situation has not come all of a sudden. No, it has not come all of a sudden. These things don't just crop up. Not every ill of the economy can be attributed to the current regime shepherded by the Rajapaksas. So not everything that's wrong can be attributed to the current rulers, the Rajapaksas. No. These ills have been there for a long time and that's what we need to understand. Economists describe Sri Lanka as a perfect case study of a twin deficits economy. So here is a perfect case study of the twin deficits economy. What is this twin deficit? Let's understand. National expenditure exceeding national income. So on one side, the expenditure is exceeding national income, combined with inadequate domestic productions of tradable goods and services, which is now combined with very little foreign income coming in because you don't have anything you can sell out. So you see, the national expenditure is much more than the national income. So what we are making inside the country is less than what we are spending inside the country. That's one. Two, anything that we could have sold to foreign countries is not there. Hardly anything, hardly any production of tradable goods and services. So nothing coming in from abroad also. That's the problem with Sri Lanka. The 2019 Easter Sunday attacks and the COVID-19 pandemic later also hit the key foreign exchange earning sectors. So because of this Easter Sunday attack and the COVID-19, their major draw has also been impacted. And what was the major draw? Tea and garment exports. So that's one thing that's been impacted. Tourism, which is big for Sri Lanka. That's a beautiful country. Yes, lots of tourists go there. But unfortunately, at this point of time, not really. And worker remittances, people who've gone abroad and are sending money. Again, that's also a problem. People are not going abroad. If they're going there, they're stuck there. Can't even send money back. They're not working in those countries. Sabhi jagah pe to COVID ka lockdown tha. So that's a big problem. The Russia-Ukraine war too is expected to make matters worse. So to make matters worse, on top of everything, you've got the Russia-Ukraine war. Yet, the Rajapaksa regime cannot fully absolve itself of having led the country to the present situation. So, the current government cannot forgive itself, cannot be forgiven for leading the country into some of this bad situation. There are countries that have fought the COVID situation, all of this, and yet managed to do a little better. I'm not saying they've done wonderfully well, but still a little better. So, it is some fault of the government also that these things have happened. Though many experts mooted the idea of going to the IMF 2 years ago, and the central bank in its annual report for 2020, which became available at the end of April 2021, described the contraction of economy by 3.6% in real terms in 2020 as the deepest recession since independence in 1948. So, the experts had asked them to go to the IMF 2 years ago. Central bank had said that this was the worst kind of a contraction of the economy. It was the deepest recession in the country. The government's response has been insipid. The government hasn't done anything. Apart from seeking to curtail imports of a variety of goods, so just that they have stopped the imports of a variety of goods, its reaction has been extremely disappointing. They haven't done anything. Even the move to ban chemical and fertilizers had to be taken back subsequently. So they tried to ban chemicals and fertilizers, but then they kind of did it again. The crisis has also been aggravated by the president's short-sighted decision to gift tax cuts in late 2019 after coming to power, a move which affected the proportion of government revenue to GDP from 12.6% in 2019 to 9.1% in 2022. So the government revenue moved to GDP and everything impacted because of this gift tax cut. So president decided to do that. What can you do? For the people, the protests in Colombo reflect their realization that the regime that they brought in has been virtually clueless about the economic problems. The regime does not, the rulers don't know anything and they cannot manage the crisis. The only saving grace for the government has been the selection of competent experts. So one good thing that they have done, they have selected good experts, including P. Nandalal Veerasinghe as CBSL governor to guide economic affairs. So they have got some good people to guide the economic affairs. That's the only sensible thing that they have done. Regardless of the longevity of the agitation in Colombo and elsewhere, and the Rajapaksa regime's ability to survive political moves to oust it, so they are doing all of this, it is clear that it no longer enjoys the confidence of many sections of society. So the government does not enjoy the confidence of a lot of the people. But the Rajapaksas cannot allow the crisis to deepen. So they cannot allow this economic problem to deepen as they try to salvage their political image. They cannot afford to salvage their political image at this point of time. The country needs to be put on the path of economic recovery without further delay. So they need to actually help the economy along, make sure that it is recovering without worrying about who's going to be running the government. That's the least important of their troubles, you know. All right, so that was our article for the day. Our neighbors down south, friendly neighborhood, and so on. Let's look at our first question. What is the main idea of the passage? There is a political crisis in Sri Lanka. Economy is in a state of crisis in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka needs to pull up its socks, and there are manifold reasons for the political crisis in Sri Lanka. Let's take a look. What is the correct answer? The answers are all very, very close. I know that. Guys, please hit the like button, all of you. Shubham, good morning. Archit, Anjali, Yogesh, Rooster, Satun, Tejas, Nikita, Rohit, Aman, Gaurav. The options are very close. I know that. What is the main idea of the passage? Sri Lanka needs to pull up its socks. Too broad, yeah. We were talking of a specific thing. There are manifold reasons for the political crisis, but are we talking of the political crisis in this passage? That's the important thing. No, we are not, and therefore it cannot be D. There is a political crisis. Again, it's too broad. We don't want political crisis. Our problem was the ongoing economic crisis and the reasons for it, which may be the political crisis or the political situation. So yes, the correct answer is B, that economy is in a state of crisis in Sri Lanka. Yes, I've got a lot of B's. Wonderful. Can you all please hit the like button, everyone? This is question number 1. I need a like for our wonderful question. Question number 2, here you go. Which of the following must be true except? Here you are. Whoa, this question is incorrect. So I haven't given the except answer. I don't know why, in which craziness I have done that. So we will not do this. All right. Describe the tone of the author. For the people, the protests in Colombo reflect their realization that the regime that they brought in has been virtually clueless about the economic problems. Is it condescending? Is it opinionated? Is it factual? Is it amiable? Very clearly, it's not condescending. The writer is not looking down at someone. He is not being friendly with anyone. He is not giving you any facts. Yes, he is being very opinionated. Writer is giving you his opinion कि ऐसा situation चल रहा है वहाँ पे श्रीलंका में, right? So that. All right, here's your structure question. I've got 2 statements. You have to identify what is the relationship between these 2 statements. What is the relationship between A and B? Is A the cause, B the effect? Is A the effect, B the cause? Are they both effects of a common cause, or are they both unrelated? Many experts mooted the idea of going to the IMF 2 years ago. The government's response has been insipid. If we look at this question, guys, there is no cause-effect relationship between these two, because when I ask why many experts mooted the idea of going to the IMF, B is not the answer. When I ask why is the government's response very insipid, again A is not the answer. So clearly A, B cannot be the correct answers. Are they both effects of a common cause? Can I take them back to a similar to one common answer in these 2 questions? Why did many experts moot the idea of going to the IMF many years ago? Because the economy was already in a crisis. Why has the government's response been insipid? Because they were trying to save their own government and not the economy. So the answers to these are 2 very different thoughts, and therefore they do not have a common cause also. So it cannot be C. Therefore the best answer here will be D. A and B are unrelated. Okay. Yes, Satun, sometimes new questions have to be brought in, otherwise you will never learn. You cannot get into a rut and keep doing the same type of question. Okay, here's the next one. What's the missing word? So regardless of the longevity of the agitation in Colombo and elsewhere and the Rajpaksa's regime to ability to survive political moves to dash it, it is clear that it no longer enjoys the confidence of many sections of society. Employ, activate, oust or debilitate. Very quickly. It is so warm today. I'm sweating. Can't say anything. I've got an AC working in the room on the other side. I've got a fan switched on the other side, but whoa, on this side, because there are no fans or AC, it is just so warm. I'm like, sweat is trickling. What do you do? Yes, so the correct answer here. All right, so the Rajpaksa's regime's ability to survive political moves to do what? So the regime is trying to survive a... Very good. I can see the correct answer. To oust it. Oust means to throw it out. So they're just trying to survive the ousters and nothing else. So correct answer, yes. Debilitate means to weaken, which of course is not the correct answer. Employ means to use. That also is not the correct answer. Activate is to kickstart. That also is not the correct answer. So, of course, the correct answer was C, oust, guys. Okay, everyone, today again, we've got a GK quiz in the offing at noon. So, do make sure you're coming in. It'll be fun. We will be doing some more quizzes. So, GK at noon, 5 p.m. we've got vocabulary, and 8:30 we've got our intermediate VRC. Guys, from tomorrow, we are starting a new course on critical reasoning, which will start at 4 p.m. So do make sure you're coming in. We will be doing deductions, we'll be doing conditionals, and we'll be doing passage-based CR. So do join in. It's going to be a very good, exciting course, and lots of learning will follow. See you there. All right. Achha, by the way, quick round of announcements phir se. So remember to hit like, share, subscribe, and the bell icon. And guys, please use AbhiCat Live to subscribe and get 10% off to Unacademy. Okay, whatever be the product, whatever be the course, the code remains the same. AbhiCat Live, the discount remains the same, 10%. So do join in. Thank you so much. I hope you have a nice day, everybody. I'll see you at noon, and then at 5, and then at, yeah, you got it, 8:30. Adios, mere amigos.